right, Jimmy Noble here. Today's market, we've got a really low inventory, so one of the things that's keeping that inventory low, it's actually a snowball effect. A lot of people who are looking to sell their house and buy another house say, you know what, don't want to hit the market quite yet because I don't see anything out there that I want to buy. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you that I have yet to personally, in my team, run across a scenario where we couldn't find someone, the right home for them and their family, and get their home sold in the current market. We've got a lot of variables that can help. We've got a few strategies depending on the person for what to do and setting up. A lot of it is really just setting up the logistics, kind of on the back end of the deal to make sure that we line up all the dates to make them work. That it's a self-fulfilling prophecy when someone says, hey, I don't want to hit the market because I don't see what I want to buy out there in the marketplace available right now. So there's someone else out there that would be looking to buy that house we're talking about, but they're not hitting the market because they don't see his house on the market. So it's a big chain reaction. The butterfly effect for this is absolutely unreal. Never seen anything like it. And it's definitely a self-fulfilling prophecy, no question about that. So what we're doing is we're getting their house absolutely ready to go. We're starting the looking process so that as soon as something pops on, we can have their house on the market, write our offer, contingent upon their home sale. Now I'll tell you where that's a little bit right now of not as strong a position. In another video I talked about a multiple offer scenario. There's a good chance that you as a buyer are going to want to buy the hottest house in the neighborhood. And the hottest house in the neighborhood is going to be the best price, best condition. So when I look through a neighborhood, I can look at 5-10 houses that are for sale, and I can almost always pick the next one to go. It stands out from the crowd, and the rest of the buyers in the marketplace, they're out there going in and out of properties, so they've got a pretty good baseline for what a good value in the market is. So they see it too. So when that property pops up, everyone pummels to it, and that everybody pummels to that property, and you're going to oftentimes see a multiple offer scenario. So if you've got a multiple offer scenario and someone else is writing an offer that's not contingent upon selling their home, there's a good chance that that's a guarantee as opposed to somebody who's has a home sale contingency. And there's kind of a little bit of a story I like to tell about that. So my recommendation is start the process, get your house on the market. Get it under contract. Now, when you're under contract, you can write an offer, and it's contingent upon your home sale, but the home sale's most likely going to happen. And I always give the example when talking to clients like this. If I come to you and I say, hey, listen, I don't have a job, I don't have any money in my bank account, but will you lend me $1,000? I'll pay you back on Friday. And then you would ask me, you would say, well, where are you going to get the money to pay me back? And I say, I don't know, but I'm hoping that I get it. You're probably not going to lend me that $1,000 because the likelihood, don't have a job, don't have any money in the bank, and I'm asking you for $1,000 and telling you I'm going to give it back to you in just a couple of days when there's nothing lining up to show that that is a high probability of happening. So now we'll pose a different scenario. So that first scenario, that's like saying, hey, I want to buy your house from you, and I'm going to put my house on the market for sale. One, it doesn't have a buyer. There's no guarantee on when you're going to get your offer, and it's a lot of variables that are up in the air. So the second scenario is going to be similar to you have your house on the market, it's under contract with a buyer, and you're just waiting for the check. So the second scenario I like to give people, I say, listen, if I come to you and I said, hey, listen, can you lend me $1,000? If you lend me that $1,000, I'll pay you back this Friday. It's only 3 days away. I have a job. Here's my time card from the last 2 weeks, and I get paid, this coming Friday. I also have a note from my employer saying that I'm absolutely gainfully employed, and I'm going to be getting my paycheck, and it's even notarized. Would you lend me $1,000 if I can give it back to you on Friday? Now you're more likely to take to lend me the money. Guys, it's no different. Those two scenarios of lending me the money with no job or lending me the money with the job, high likelihood of getting paid back, low likelihood of getting paid back. Same thing that a seller same scenario that a seller is in when they're selling their house. You're coming to them saying, hey, if I'm going to put my house on the market, and I'm going to get an offer, and I'm going to give you your money, but I've got to have all these things line up. The guy who's on the market and under contract, he's already eliminated most of those variables. He's just waiting to play out the clock and make it happen. So what my recommendation is go on the market, get under contract. We can get you a 60-day settlement. Now we've bought 60 days. We can even work in a rent back for maybe 30 days. So we're talking from the time that you go under contract, not the time that you hit the market, the time that you go under contract. We've got 2 months. Plus we can work a rent back for an additional month. So you're looking at 3 months' time. In 3 months, make no mistake, you're absolutely going to find the right house come up in 3 months' time. I don't see it not happening. Now, what I do see happen oftentimes, and this is the problem in the marketplace, is somebody says, hey, I found this house, I really want to buy it, and they go to make their offer, get their house on the market, it's literally just hit the market 24 hours ago, we made their offer contingent on selling their house, and the seller gets another offer in that's not contingent, and so the buyer loses this house. Whereas if we were following our plan, we would have been able to line it up. We have a couple of other, I don't know what you would call them, not tricks, because there's no tricks in this game. Everything's transparent. It's done through paperwork that everybody agrees to. But there's a couple of things that we can put in place that'll ensure that you will not be left homeless. Like, one thing I always like to make sure of from day one is that we get people to where they want to be. And so that's, we start the journey with the end in mind. We don't just start at the beginning and take it one step at a time. We've been there before. We've been doing this for a long time. Give us a call for a consult. We'll help line up all the steps to get you where you want to go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.